Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Triathlete Podcast. I'm your host Ram, and I'm super excited to have a guest on the show today, with whom I trained for my first triathlon sprint a month ago. Grace Cook. She's a super energetic woman and extremely inspiring, and I'm so happy that she could join us for the show today. Grace, would you like to start by introducing yourself?
Yeah, hi. I'm Grace Cook. I'm I'm retired. I used to work at AT&T on the information technology, so I'm tired of doing long hours. So I took the early retirement. So after that and I have two kids. Both of them were swimming, but my son Jonathan continued to swim until college, and now he graduated with his master's degree and looking for a job. So when I retired, I even before I retired, I go to LA Fitness. I do all the free stuff at LA Fitness, and then I even did a bar, which is a combination of yoga, Pilates, and ballet. And then when I retired, I continued with LA Fitness and I added the water aerobics. And it
Interesting.
was really fun doing the water aerobics as long as you do what the instructor is telling you to do. And most of my teammates or most of the people who attended, they like this more of social interaction. So, but I did the water aerobics for a year, and I've been noticing that there are swimmers there. I mean, after aerobics, there are swimmers and they're doing their laps. So I said, okay, why can't I just do it? So I enrolled at the West Coast Aquatics. There's a triathlete master certified swimmer, and she specialized on adult lessons. So I took like 30-minute lesson and then eventually added I did an 1 hour lesson because I think it's more I get more on a 1 hour than 30 minutes. So, and it's kind of like I consider myself when I started it as a new swimmer. I real I can I can stay in the water, but not as long.
Interesting.
It's
So it looks like you basically swimming, you started off at LA Fitness, did a couple of the free sessions. So when did fitness become a thing in your life? Was it always a thing or?
oh yeah, it was always a thing. We used
Yeah.
to do a lot of hiking
Mm-hmm.
and I did a lot of walking, and I even did two half marathon walk like
Mm-hmm.
the day after
Yeah.
Thanksgiving. So I've done that twice.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Trying to
yeah, we're an active family.
very nice. Yeah. I mean, look, Grace said that she's retired, but when you look at her, you wouldn't think it. I mean, she's so energetic and, sometimes she puts the younger ones of us to shame. So, she's very humble in that respect. So, you talked a bit about your son being a swimmer. And so, did that kind of influence your decision to get into swimming?
Oh, yes, yes, yes. So since my son is a swimmer, I should learn how to swim, and it's really good for him. He learned time management, and he's well fit, and he enjoyed it. So, and I think I enjoyed it too. So, but there's a lot of struggles when I started my swimming lessons.
Yeah.
I never thought that it was that hard.
Oh, boy. So, what age did you start learning how to swim?
I mean, here in the US,
Yeah, in life in general. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, well, I was swimming in the Philippines in college. I have a 1 year swim class.
Okay.
And after that, nothing happened. So,
Hmm.
but the formal swimming lesson was here when I was 56. When I was
Wow.
56, I started really seriously the adult swimming lessons. Yeah,
That's awesome. Cool.
yeah.
So, like, did you always want to take swimming lessons, or how did you decide to get a coach?
Yes, I really want to swim because at my age at that time, and maybe because after retiring, I feel a lot of aches and pains.
Oh boy.
Because when you were working, you're always sitting down. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
in IT, my neck was hurting and everything, so I cannot run because of my lower back pain. So I said, okay, I'll just do swimming. So
Mm-hmm.
swimming is really good for my lower back, and I really lost a lot of weight swimming.
Wonderful. Yeah, that's great. So, how's the experience of being coached at that age? Because sometimes people feel a little, shy or feel a little weird. Were you the only adult in the class?
This is a private lesson,
Okay.
so well, I'm more of like, oh my god, there are a lot of swimmers, and they're a lot better than I am.
Yeah.
But mine is a private lesson, so I don't care. I said, I don't care.
Hilarious.
Yeah, so I mean, it didn't bother me.
Yeah. Wow. And so, how long did it take you to start getting comfortable? What was the journey of early coaching like for you at the when you started? Yeah.
Maybe in after a year and a half or 2 years, I got comfortable and I could really cross the 25-yard going back and forth.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, so that's why at that point, my coach suggested the open water, the lake swimming. She said, oh, you could do the lake swim. So I tried that, and I did. At that year, I think it was 2020 or 2021. Since there's like COVID, there's not a lot of swim meets.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a lot
Mm-hmm.
of events. So what we did is a mock quarter-mile swim.
Mm-hmm.
It's just my coach and me, and I was swimming,
Yep.
and I did it. I finished. I finished the quarter mile without stopping. So
Wow.
yeah, but I was really, really out of breath after
Yeah.
that.
I know that feeling. I know that feeling.
Oh, God. And
Yeah.
I can't even walk straight.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh boy. So, I mean, it looks like you didn't know how to swim, you got a coach, and there was like a slow progression. You saw
Yeah.
people around you doing a lot better. Did you ever feel like giving up?
No, no, I said no, I'm not gonna give up.
Yeah.
Because well, I lost weight. I mean, I feel a lot of energy after my swim.
Mm-hmm.
I just say, oh, it will take a while, and my only objective, for the reason why I took swimming lessons, is just to do laps at LA Fitness. So
Mm-hmm.
I said, as long as I could do laps, I'm fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Interesting.
but sometimes it's discouraging if I'm swimming, if I have a coach at that session. I thought I'm doing very well. And then she would say, you're not swimming. And she's not screaming at me, but she would say, you're not breathing correctly. You're doing this one. You're supposed to. I said, I'm doing what you're telling me, but it won't translate.
Very
Yeah,
interesting.
so
Wow.
yeah, so I mean, but she said you're doing well, but we want it to be better.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's what a good coach will say. You
Yeah.
always have ways to improve. So, sounds
Hmm.
like you had the right coach.
Yeah.
Cool. So, well, you and I met, doing an open water swim, and it was amazing, having you train with us, Vivek and myself, for the triathlon sprint. How did you decide to join that?
Because before I met you, I registered for the Swim Across America, and my first experience with Swim Across America, I was just training by myself. By
Mhm.
myself, I go there, and then on the day of the meet, I was shocked. I was just shocked. I mean, I thought I trained on the right environment because they said
Mhm.
it's like this one. I even went to Lake Sammamish, the big Lake Sammamish, but I trained in the shore.
Mhm.
I did not train beyond the shore,
Yeah.
the buoy. And that day they were saying yes, the current was strong at that on
Mhm.
that day. So I was really having a hard time. So I stopped at one point. I said, I mean, there's a protocol what to do. Okay, I said stop, and then they gave me a noodle, and then they said, "Oh, okay, you can rest." And then when they noticed that I'm more relaxed, they said, "Oh, do you want to continue?" I said, "No,
Yeah.
I've done 600 plus." No, but if I'm more confident, maybe I should have said yes, because
Hmm.
I realized that I could have said yes because I could do it. Knowing that I've done 670, so
Yeah.
maybe 200 more, I think maybe I was just I'm kind of panic, so I
Yeah.
said no. But so when you said you registered and Vivek registered, I said I'm gonna register.
Yeah. Interesting. So yeah, I think one of the things you touched upon, I also resonated with because there's a lot of support when you're in the deep water for these events.
Yes.
So when I signed up, I really didn't know what kind of provisions are there, and I was like, what is going to happen if I feel tired in the middle? Am
Hmm.
I? And as I started learning more about it, I realized that yeah, they do have people on the kayaks and they have all sorts of support, and you can call for help anytime you want. So
Hmm.
that gave me a lot of comfort, and honestly, it gave my wife more
Hmm.
comfort than me because I was still just going to go, and she was like, "Okay, fine, there is a backup if something goes wrong."
Yes.
So
Yes.
I think
Hmm.
that just gave everybody a lot more confidence.
Hmm.
Cool. So the triathlon, let's go to that. How was that experience for you?
I like to train with you and Vivek. I mean, it really helps my confidence, especially in swimming. And with the bike, I said, "Oh, okay, bike. I don't care about." I've been biking, but we bike at Centennial Park, Lake Sammamish River Trail. We're in. It's mostly flat.
Hmm.
So when I learned about the bike course of Saint Lake Stevens, I said, "Oh my God, there's a 500 feet elevation," and my neighbor. He's an expert on riding a bike. I said, "Okay, I'm gonna do this." And there's an elevation of this. Where could I bike? He said, "Oh, you could." He told me where to bike, where there's elevation here, and so I tried that, and then I bike with Vivek and you, and I think at that point I still do not have the muscle
Hmm.
for that 500 feet elevation, so I walk. But I said, okay, if I have to walk, but my coach said, if you want to walk, you could walk. So and and I'm not guilty walking, and I feel comfortable, and I finished it. That's the one thing that is important, and I'm glad that the event was paced correctly. I mean, for my perspective, because when I was biking, I don't have to struggle with people on my right, on my left, or at the back, as if I was just training. So, and I'm glad that that happened, and I was able to finish it. And
Yeah.
yeah, the walk, I said, I'm gonna walk. She
Yeah.
says, just walk if you want. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I hear you for the cycle because the first thing we all do when we hear about a triathlon or sign up for a triathlon is go to YouTube and see triathlon videos, and invariably the triathlon videos you'll see are going to be like a huge crowd of people going really, really fast and like fighting for position and all that stuff. But that was never our perspective, right? I mean, we were just there to have fun, and
Yes.
yeah, luckily for us, thankfully, the Lake Stevens try that we did was super well organized and very
Mhm.
spaced out. So it
Mhm.
was just a lot of fun, and yeah, I couldn't
Yeah.
have asked for a better experience, honestly, from my perspective.
Mhm.
Cool. So, are you like an outlier in your friends group for doing a triathlon, or are there other friends like you who also want
I
to
think
start?
I'm the only one.
Yeah, nobody's joining you. They all think it's too difficult. Yeah,
Yeah, that's kind of hard.
yeah.
It's, that's why that's why I was thinking of joining. There is a master swimming club here in Snohomish. I might join
Hmm.
next year. And I don't know about bike, but I mean, I should start joining more clubs so I could, I mean, meet friends who's doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's a huge community of people. I was amazed, when I started doing the triathlon, how deep the community is, and just everyone's just there to help each other out. So I'm sure you'll find people around you who are in the same activity as you are and
Yeah.
love to just be present and go for swims and whatnot. So it's always fun to train with people. I think
Yeah, I
that's the main
think
thing.
I think you're right. I mean, and based on my experience, yes, it's great to trade with somebody.
Got it. Cool.
Yeah.
So what is it like having your family be there at the triathlon event and see you finish and cheer you on?
Oh, I'm so happy they're there and they're glad that I finished it because I told them I'm kind of nervous, but I'm gonna finish it and then say, okay, you finished it. So, and then in the transition area from swim to bike, I'm glad my son was there because
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of nervous. I might forget something like
Yeah.
hat, your water, and everything, but I was looking at my son. I asked him, "I'm okay. I'm okay." He said, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can. You go."
Interesting. After so many years of supporting him swimming, I think he had the chance to.
Yeah, yes. After driving into different places, yes. Mhm.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, what are you looking at going forward?
I'm planning to. My first goal is, if ever I'm gonna do it again, and I think I'm gonna do it again, is just to make sure I won't walk my bike.
That's a good goal. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my son said, Mom, that's a good goal. Yeah, so it means I will be riding my bike often with an elevation.
Mm-hmm.
And that will also help my endurance for
Mm-hmm.
swimming and walking.
Mm-hmm.
But the running part, I'm kind of nervous. Maybe once I built the confidence with bike,
Yep.
maybe I would run, but I'm kind of nervous because of my lower back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe I'll try more fast paced
Mm-hmm.
walking,
Mm-hmm.
power walk, and then I said, oh, we'll see.
Yeah, makes
and
sense.
and then I was thinking eventually I want to do the swim across America, but
Yeah.
this time finish the half a mile.
Yeah. What are the distances in swim across America?
Half a mile, 1 mile, or 2 miles.
Wow.
Hmm.
That's interesting. Yeah. The Olympic try I'm doing next year in August, so I have a lot of time. That's 1.5 kilometers, so close to a mile. So I'm well short of that right now. I need
Oh,
to
you
train
could do
really.
it. I mean, our age difference is huge, so I think you could do it.
You're an inspiration, yeah.
Yeah, and you have the height. You got the height. You got your
Yeah.
long arms. You got your long legs.
But I've got to say, I mean, when we swam together in training, like I was always last in the list. Vivek and Grace were like going pretty much at the same speed, really fast. So I love the way you glide through the water. I think your position and your swimming technique is so much better than mine, and you're so smooth in the water that I just, your my goal is to be as smooth as you are in the water.
Yeah,
So
I learned that from my coach too, because
yeah,
before I would really swim fast and then I am so tired. But she said, you're losing your technique.
yeah. Yeah, I feel that happening. I mean, when I get tired, I kind of just start thrashing a little bit,
Mhm,
and then I get tired even faster, and so it kind of doesn't really work for me.
mhm.
Cool. So you're looking at doing the swim across America. That's awesome. And any chance of your son joining you on some of these swims?
I know that he said that yes, he might switch to open water swim.
Oh
Mhm.
wow. Okay. So he's not
Yeah,
done open water swimming yet. Yeah.
no, not right now. But he did a 5K open water swim in Oregon, and he
Hmm.
was placed second overall.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, her son is way out of our league. So yeah, I'll leave it to Grace to tell you guys how good of a swimmer he is. But yeah, he's really really good. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a really good swimmer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he went into the the U.S. junior nationals, and yeah, so
That's awesome. So how did he pick up swimming?
because we like in 2 miles or even less than 2 miles is West Coast Aquatics.
Mm-hmm.
So we just enrolled them, and we love to go on vacation, like
Mm-hmm.
Hawaii, on the beach. So we said they better learn how to swim.
Yeah.
So we just took them to swimming lessons, and
Awesome.
They
Well,
liked it. Yeah.
that's
Mm.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Cool. So, what advice do you have for people like you who might be considering getting into swimming or any other physical activity?
I even with my friends I said, yeah, it's really good swimming because it's really easy on your joints.
Hmm.
And the swimming is a lot of fun, and it moves all over by all of your body parts.
Yeah.
And if your objective is to lose weight, you will lose weight with swimming. And
Yeah.
it's a nice sport. And on
Yeah.
vacation, you could go on the beach or the pool, and yeah. Mhm.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, Grace, I think that's great advice, and I think that kind of ties up the conversation. So, thank you so much for being a part of it and sharing your experience. It's really, really inspiring. I hope that other people, listen to what you've done and get inspired to start their own fitness journey.
Oh
So,
yeah, sure. And I hope I'll see you next year.
well, hopefully this year and maybe next year. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't swim open water in the cold.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well. Maybe next year then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe I'll start. I don't know, but maybe May.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because there is a Thursday night stress swim like last week of May.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I'm
Interesting.
planning to do that.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. Well, let me know how it goes. And if you
Yeah,
can
yeah, I'll
coordinate,
give you
maybe
the
I'll
link. Yeah.
try and join you sometime. But
Mhm.
cool. Well, thanks so much and have a great day.
Yeah, you too. Have a nice weekend.
Bye
Bye.
bye.